Hello and welcome to the Book Club, the club where we talk about books we've been recently reading and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently reading and enjoying, and if you've read what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. After reading Morningstar, I can happily say that the Red Rising trilogy might genuinely go down in my favourite trilogies. I know that the story continues on from this original trilogy, but this book was incredible. After the devastating end of Golden Son, which I don't particularly want to talk about too much because it genuinely, to this day, upsets me because the Red Wedding level devastation, the what's in the box, oh my god. Full spoilers for the whole trilogy if you're watching this video, but I didn't know how you could possibly follow up Golden Son. Red Rising is an incredible first book, but Golden Son is an even better follow-up, and that's hard to do. That is hard to write a sequel to a story that's so expansive and as bold as Red Rising is. You're dealing with a lot, but Golden Son opens it up so much more and also leaves it at a place of such horror that it's how do you possibly turn this around? And yet, in Morningstar, it does a brilliant job of this. The first few chapters are just so heartbreaking. This is a version of Darrow that we have not seen yet. We saw him sort of just living his life in the beginning of Red Rising to the golden god that he becomes in Red Rising, and then also into Golden Son. He not that he doesn't struggle, because he does throughout the books, but we never see him at this much of a defeated point and defeated state. The fact that he barely trusts anybody that he opens his eyes to, even when they are genuinely there trying to help him. It was just brilliant writing, and it was so interesting to see. And the fact that he still had the honor and thought to go and save Victor and things like that just is a testament to Darrow's character as much as anything. And then them picking up the pieces, I loved Severo as a character before reading this book, but this book makes him an MVP. It makes him so phenomenal because at first you sort of are okay, he's just a chaotic, almost borderline terrorist at the point of this book, but it's because he's desperate. He lost his father, he lost his best friend who was leading this rebellion and sort of had to take it over, and he had no clue what he was doing, but all the eyes on pressure on him, and it had built up to this point where then it was this weird conflict of interests of who is the leader, is it Darrow or is it Severo? And then the fact that they sort of fought it out and then came to a happy ending together was brilliant. I shit my pants at the end of this book when I thought that they'd killed him off. I was genuinely livid because I loved the arc of them fixing the relationship, sort of, between Darrow and Cassius. The whole, them sat down together watching the hollowback of the Institute. Because initially I was so sad when, is it Victra or is it Mustang? I think it's Mustang, shoots Cassius, through the neck with an arrow. Badass, by the way. I thought he was going to die there, and I thought, that's just not a satisfying ending to the character. We've got no resolution or anything. And then the fact that he didn't die and they kept him alive, and then that resolution, only for him to them switch, and I was like, Cassius, what are you doing? Because I will say, Cassius might be one of my favourite characters in the trilogy. He is so flawed, and it's so frustrating to see this character sort of ruin his own, not ruin his own life because he's doing what he thinks is right, but ruining the relationship between Darrow, and Darrow didn't even have a choice killing his brother or not. But then to just finally have that reveal at the end, I felt like something was coming, because genuinely, I was getting towards the end, and I thought, how is Darrow even going to get out of this again? Surely we're not going to end up where we ended up at the end of Golden Son, surely, and luckily we didn't. This was a beautiful round off. While I think Golden Son is still the better book of the trilogy, just purely for the war and the Iron Rain and the brilliance of the ending and everything like that, this does a phenomenal job of rounding it all off. And while I know it continues, I would happily just not read on and pretend that they live in peace with, oh my god, the fact that he had a child with Mustang. I did not see that coming. And the fact that she trusted him, but she needed to know if she could trust him to be a father. Oh my god, I nearly cried when I read those last few chapters and the fact that they called him Pax. And I'm not ready for the next few books because, like, you have 4 books. What devastation are you going to bring me? Pierce Brown is, like, I love you, and the books you write are phenomenal, but you're such a I'm still not going to forgive you for killing off... Ares being in the box. I'll never get over it. I will never get over that. Like, so sad. So very sad. We didn't even get, like, the fact that we never got a proper scene of him and Darrow. Like, they had a slight conversation, but I would have loved to see Ares in action or something. Oh, that would have been so good. But regardless, I'm scared to read on, and I would be happy just pretending that this is the end. It's my first proper step into a sci-fi series, and it's so good. I genuinely will love this trilogy for a long time. So let me know, what did you think of the Red Rising trilogy, and what did you think of Morningstar if you have read it? And I will see you next time on the Book Club.